Welcome to the gingerbread season. I heard the housing market's picking up. If you're going to make gingerbread houses for the holidays this year, a few tips are patience, probably number one. Develop your own cookie formula, maybe run a test on it. If you have your favorite gingerbread house cookie formula, you can substitute about a quarter of your flour with cake flour, and that'll make your pieces much more stable, your house less likely to sag and fall down. What I like to do if I'm making more than one house is to set up each house so I know I've got the front door, the back window, the two side panels, and the two roofs. I've also cut out some extra pieces because we're going to make chimneys later, and don't forget your door too. I like to cut my pieces first before I bake them. Some people like to bake just big sheets and then cut them. You can also get cookie cutters that are in the shape for gingerbread houses that make them easier, much easier. But if you're going to make a large house, it's pretty hard to find a cutter for it. What I like to do first to build the house is make some royal icing, make it fairly stiff as I can squeeze. Because this is going to be like the concrete that holds your house together. One of the things when building your house, you have to decide, are you going to put the sides of your house here or there? I usually set mine here. And then I set them up, bring up the other two, and set it together. Kind of want to make sure it's square. You want to see where you're putting it on your board too. Obviously your house is going to have a front yard and a backyard. If you want to do a lot of yard decorations, you want to leave yourself some room up here so you can put your decorations on. Then what I like to do is sort of reinforce my mortar here. This also stabilizes the house on the board all the way around. What I'm going to do too, before I've got the roof on, is I'm going to reach in here and give this a good squirt here and come up the side. Same thing over here. I'll reinforce the floor in the back. This will keep your house from moving around. And remember, make your royal icing as stiff as you can squeeze. I'd recommend a canvas pastry bag if you're going to have it this full and the icing this stiff, otherwise your bag will blow up before you get everything piped on. Now this is the part where the patience comes in. You need to set this aside for one day. If you're going to do gingerbread houses with children, you might want to decide at what stage you bring the kids in. Do you want to bring them in at this stage? If they have the patience to stop and wait till the next day, it's great. They can turn this into a 2 or 3 or 4 day project. But if you think that they cannot hold their attention span long enough to do this, I would recommend that you build your houses first, then bring the kids in. After this is set and is dry, we'll put our roof on.